back into the swing of things. That's our topic for today's Backstage Pass. Well, hey friends, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday and a little bit of a longer holiday weekend. Today, we're getting back into the swing of things, and the markets are as well. Stocks and bonds are both down a little bit as we head into the later trading session here this afternoon. Mortgage bonds are down about 10 basis points at the time of recording. The 10-year yield is flat so far today. It's trading at about 3.7%, and a conventional 30-year fixed rate mortgage, well, the national average at the end of the week last week came in at about 6.64%, and we really expect that to stay about the same today. Now, this week, like I said, everybody's just kind of getting back into the swing of things. Today, there's not a lot of news or economic data that's coming out, but this week is a busy week for news and economic data. Starting with tomorrow, we get home price indexes from Case-Shiller and FHFA. On Wednesday, we get ADP jobs report. We get a Q3 preliminary GDP report. On Wednesday, we also get pending home sales from the National Association of Home Realtors. On Thursday, we're going to get PCE data, personal consumption expenditure, and core PCE. Well, that's the Fed's favorite measure of inflation. We'll talk more about that in a second. We're also getting ISM PMI data, that's Manufacturing Purchase Managers Index data. That's an inflationary measure as well. And then moving into Friday, Friday we get the BLS, jobs report, and unemployment. So there's a lot of data that's coming out this week, but the one that we're a little more focused on is that PCE data, and here's why. So the markets, the inflation data from CPI that already came out in the middle of November, and that showed that inflation was coming down, and the markets reacted favorably to that data. PCE data is very, very similar to CPI data, so typically we wouldn't say we're going to expect much of a reaction from the PCE data. CPI data already provided that reaction in the markets, but here's the one exception that we're looking at. In CPI data, shelter is a major component of CPI data. In PCE data, shelter is a component, but it's a much smaller piece of the pie in the PCE data. So if all other factors are the same, prices are coming down and all other inflation measures except for shelter, well, because shelter makes up a smaller piece of the pie in PCE, well, we could see PCE data drop more than what might be expected. And if that does happen, we will see some positive reaction in the bond markets and possibly a little bit of a rally in the bond markets. And just another note about shelter. Shelter is a lagging data point. As shelter prices start to come down, that typically lags in the data for a few months. So again, shelter is the big component that we're going to be watching and looking at when this PCE data comes out. And remember, PCE, core PCE, like we said, is the Fed's favorite measure of inflation. So this could have some impacts on the November 14th or December 14th meeting in just a couple of weeks. Now, that's all the news that we have for today. As news comes to us this week, we'll be sure to bring it to you. But for now, that's all that we've got. Remember, stay positive, have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.